Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I got about 50 messages on this bill that I'm going to talk to you about because it appears as though it's a backdoor gun ban for homeschools. Or is it? I dug really deep into this, looking into some Missouri laws. I want you to be aware of this, especially if you're a homeschooler in another state, because this could be coming to you. Guys, check out CMMG, the sponsor of today's video. They just released their new Descent in 45. They also have it in 10 mil and 9, different lengths, different colors. They make some great stuff. They have other stuff if you're not into the Descent. They have probably the best 22 conversion kit for your AR platforms in the world. Their parts kits are second to none. It's in a majority of the things that I have here on my tools. So check them out. CMMG, made here in America, in Missouri, which is why I'm talking about them on this video. And use my code, GNG10, to save big on everything, guys and gals. Thanks to CMMG. Let's talk about this bill because it's very, very concerning. Without exaggerating, I got about 50 messages and emails on this bill. It's SB 727 in Missouri, which is one of the most gun-friendly states. I'm also testing a new camera here, so let's see how this works. So on the surface, this bill looks to designate any homeschool a school. And there's also another bill that makes gun schools a gun-free area. I'm going to show you tell you some stuff. I dug deep, and there's some some laws on the books where you read this law, it points to this one, and it points to this one. But what's key to know is that this bill 727 looks to designate anything a school, and it's a broad definition change that is applicable to all statutes about schools, not just this one. Okay, so that is concerning. And I want people to pay attention, especially those who reached out who homeschool in Missouri. I think you're doing a phenomenal job because the public school system has been part of the problem here in the country. Like I said, SB 727 appears to technically make it illegal to possess a firearm in a homeschool under some circumstances. And they're very specific, and I don't think that homeschools will be gun-free zones. And I'll tell you why here because of the laws in Missouri. Again, I did a little deep diving. If I don't live in Missouri, and I'm not familiar with all of the laws in Missouri, so if I made a mistake or overlooked a certain law, then let me know. But the first thing I did was I looked at what this bill does, and it makes a dwelling in which a homeschool is conducted, an actual quote-unquote school or quote-unquote school building. And there's a law in Missouri that I'm going to sit back because my back's killing me. It's 571.030, and I'm going to refer to two sections in this law. Follow along. Let me know what you think. We'll go last to first on this. So Section 10 says this, and I'll quote: "Carries a firearm, whether loaded or unloaded, or any other weapon readily capable of lethal use, into any school." That's illegal. Any school is the key point there. And then we'll go to the first subsection of 571.030, and it says what is illegal is carries concealed upon or about his or her person a knife, a firearm, a blackjack, or any other weapon readily capable of lethal use into any area where firearms are restricted under Section 571.107. So that's pointing to another law on the books in Missouri. So to that law I went, and I saw that law forbids carry of firearms in specific locations. But the one that is applicable here is Section 10, which says any higher education institution or elementary or secondary school facility. So that's what any school is according to Missouri law. Again, any higher education institution or elementary or secondary school facility. It does not say homeschool. So it looks like homeschool is not any school, And this new bill, 727, adopts that language. So any school is a public school. And if I got some more information from other people in the know in the state. If you go to 160.011, the Missouri statute, it says elementary and high schools are very specifically defined as public schools. And this definition, like I said, is maintained in 727. So it appears as we're good to go. But if you go to 571.107, section 15, it says this: any private property whose owner has posted the premises as being off limits to concealed firearms by means of one or more signs displayed in a conspicuous place of a minimum size of 11 inches by 14 inches with writing thereon in letters of not less than 1 inch, well, that would be creating a private property gun-free zone. And unless you are a homeschooler who's willing to post your own home as a gun-free zone, I don't think you have anything to worry about. So according to the laws that I've read, according to all of the language that I've gone through, on the surface, it seems 727 would ban concealed carry firearms or knives or blackjacks in any school. But in Missouri law, any school means public, high school, secondary, elementary. It does not say homeschool. So I would have, if you're a homeschooler, if you really, really care, you really, really want to get a good solid answer, I would recommend you speak to a 2A attorney. However, this is still just a bill and you can actually get this taken care of. It passed the Senate. It's going to the House. You guys can call your legislators and have this taken care of. Because it appears as though I've probably read too much on this bill. And the people I've reached out to, it appears as this could have been an unintended consequence. But now they're made aware of it, and people weren't made aware of it until after it made it through the Senate. Because if you just read that bill, it doesn't say that. But if you cross-reference other standing Missouri laws, well, schools are gun-free zones, and if this is stating that a homeschool is a school or school building, then there is some confusion there, some concern. But for digging further, any school in Missouri law, like I said, is public schools, and homeschools are not public schools, which is why they're pretty darn good. So let's see where this bill plays out, but I wanted to get this out there because I've gotten a lot of people reaching out, and rightfully so. This is, on the surface, a backdoor gun ban for homeschools. But if I was living in Missouri, I'm not listening to it anyway. Y'all have a great day. Let me know what you think. Check out my code, GNG10, over at CMMG. We'll save you a ton of money. Have a great day. Take care.